Hey, I just got back from lunch. Did you finish that report yet?
Well, not exactly. Still working on it. I'm not finished just yet. I got a little sidetracked, but I will get them to you first thing this afternoon.
It is first thing this afternoon.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but I mean, I am working on
But
it. I'll have,
what do you mean that the report isn't finished yet?
I'm still in the process of working on it. I've just been a little distracted.
Distracted. Our meeting starts in an hour.
I can have it.
No. What were you doing? Were you listening to another hunting podcast again? I swear, I give the staff in this office the freedom to do whatever they want to do as long as they meet a deadline. That is the first bullet underneath your job description. Pays attention to detail and deadlines. And deadlines. With emphasis. Dude, are you even listening to me right now?
Welcome to episode 70 of the Whitetail Distraction Podcast. My name's Austin, and joining me over Zoom, Charles Hedlund. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good, buddy. What's going on?
Oh, not too much, man. Just hanging out, living life, getting back in the game.
Yeah, you're looking good over there through this little 6-inch screen I'm looking at you through.
Oh, thanks, man.
Looks like you need to shave that, buddy.
Oh, dude, I got the old beard going on. Scratchy.
The old mountain man look, but it's been cold, so you probably need that beard.
Yeah, man, I got to keep my face warm.
Yeah. It's been colder than cold gets, man, but I like it.
I like it, too.
It's finally getting here, I think, in a steady movement. And the only thing I want more than this, though, is some ups and downs, some fronts. We need some fronts because it's been cold, but not like super, super cold. That gets all the deer up and moving in daylight.
Yeah, way too steady.
I got a camp. Yeah, it's just steady, and it gets up in almost 40 in the day and then down in the 20s at night. And it's cold. It got deer on their feet, but a lot of the cameras and stuff I have all nighttime pictures still.
Yeah,
so
right,
and we're at the bare end of this last 2 weeks really of season, and that's including the 2B extended week.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna make one more hoorah to camp this weekend.
Sweet.
I might bring out the muzzle. We'll see. I don't know yet. I'll have to borrow one from somebody.
I think you should. Break her out, dude.
It's fun up there. The one time we went up with a whole bunch of people, I think a couple years ago when I first shot my first one with a muzzle loader.
Yep.
We had a blast, man. I mean, it was just like a bunch of creeping around, kind of soft pushes, and there's so many deer moving up on their feet, but I was up there this past weekend, and I'll tell you what, deer movement was at a 0.
Oh, man.
Out of 10.
That's a big bummer.
Found good sign. Yeah, found a really good far back in. The funny part was, like where I went, there wasn't any tracks on, so nobody's been in there since rifle.
Oh, yeah.
And I get back in there, I walk even farther back in, almost a mile back in, get up on the edge of a real nice big slash. There's feeding sign all over. I saw it from last year, too, so I knew it was going to be there again.
Mm-hmm.
Sure enough, same area. Acorns torn up. You can see them sitting on top of the leaves because there's still snow up there, too.
Right.
And I got in there, got a nice setup out of the new saddle, and nothing.
Damn, dude. That sucks. But you know what? That's part of late season hunting. You're either on the X or you're not,
Got that right.
Yeah. I feel you on that one, bud. But
I wasn't even in the circumference. Wasn't even close to the X.
Oh man. Yeah,
that's all good.
I think they're all grouped up. I mean, I've been hearing of guys finding sheds already. Like deer are shedding. I think it's probably that cold weather we've had, staying pretty consistently cold, and not really like crazy snow, but we've got quite a bit of snow this year.
Yeah, I was surprised to still see snow holding up there. It's pretty much ice now, but
yeah, I bet
there's still 2 to 3 inches in spots.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
In the timber.
Yeah.
Like the camp yard, completely thawed out.
Yeah.
Grass, no. But you get in the timber, plenty of snow.
Damn, man. That's awesome. It makes it nice. You can see, even when you get in some of those thicker slashes and stuff like that, it gives you a little bit more of an opportunity to catch some movement.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this weekend. We'll see. You give it one last hoorah up there, because I have doe tags up there. I don't have any locally anymore.
Yeah.
Been trying to fill that buck tag, man. It's just been getting tougher and tougher.
I still have 6 tags burning a hole in my freaking pocket right now, man.
You gotta get out there, man. Go fill a couple up.
Well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go this week, and I'm probably gonna go this week. I am gonna break out the old smoke pole, though.
Yeah.
And if not, if I don't break
go.
out the smoke pole this week, I might, I don't know, maybe I'll pull the shotgun out and go down B.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
Have you ever killed one with a muzzle loader?
I have not. I've shot it several. I'm not very good with it.
Is it like a long rifle? Your typical like.
It's a Thompson Center Hawken, so it's like your average flintlock, but I really got to be able to grab onto a tree or something like that to keep myself steady, because the word flinch lock really comes out with me. I flinch pretty bad.
Yeah,
I just don't shoot it
delay
enough.
On yours.
Yeah, it's pretty good delay, and I don't shoot it enough. I'm sure if I shot it all the time, I'd be a lot better with it, but it always surprises me.
The worst is when you try like 3 or 4 times and it doesn't go off, then it finally goes off.
Yep.
There's no way you hold steady through that. There's just no way.
No, you're flinching already when you pull the trigger. It's just.
Well, I just told you like I missed a buck with my rifle, and that's I know for sure I pulled the hell out of that trigger.
Yeah.
I did not take my time. I did a lot of things wrong, and that's just an experience on my side, to be honest with you. That is the first legal buck that's not true. That's the second legal buck that was, pretty good standards that I wanted to shoot with my rifle ever in my scope. So after 2 years now of not seeing a good buck that I've wanted to take, that thing walks into my scope at 70 yards.
Yep. You hear the voice in your head, finish him.
I played it back about 1,000 times like would, I probably even lost sleep over it. But it was like, all I needed to do was be patient, wait for him to go behind the next tree. I could have dropped my scope down, adjusted the power up because I was kind of pushing. So my scope power was really low. I could have adjusted it up to like 5 or 6, waited for him to come out. And once he would have passed the next giant tree, it would have been wide open, nothing between us but air. I took a little bit of a congested shot and, it didn't hit its mark. I don't know what happened. Explain it. Just didn't hit its mark.
Yeah, that happens, man.
Shit happens.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
It's hunting.
That's hunting. I can't say that I even had an opportunity in rifles at a buck. I saw some does. I saw what could have been a buck. Not really sure it was a big body, but yeah, I passed up a lot of deer in archery season. I'm pretty happy about passing them now. I was kind of bummed at the time, but yeah, man, I just didn't see one that I wanted to kill and one that I did want to kill. I couldn't justify saying that it was legal with how, like, the weather conditions. It was starting to get dark and it was really foggy, and I couldn't tell 100%. Yeah. So I didn't end up taking the shot, but that would have been a pretty good one.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. Your whole season boils down to those quick moments, and it's kind of frustrating. Yeah. It's a little bit frustrating, especially for me with that stinking tournament, the Quest Hunt Codes tournament I'm in, and kind of the false pressure that puts on you, even though it shouldn't. It still puts some pressure on you. So, I've been trying to get out there. I got a few more days left. We'll see. Maybe I can luck into something.
Yep. Get after it, my man. Get after it.
Get a zombie deer.
Yeah. No, I can dig it. But we got a pretty good episode for this week, don't we?
Yes, we do. We recorded an episode back in archery season, right?
Yep. Post archery season. Yep.
With our boys, the PA bow hunters. I'm pretty pumped up about it, man. This is going to be a good one. I think everyone's going to enjoy it. These are local guys, obviously from PA. Good bunch of, they might use a gun once in a while. We cover that a little bit in here, but they're hardcore bow hunters.
Oh yeah.
We got Justin, Adam, some of the best dudes for our podcast. Like, they're always hyping us up.
Yeah.
I mean, these two have become pretty good friends. I ran into them at the Camo Carrot Shoot. We'll cover in the episode.
Yep.
And just BS like we were old buddies. It was a good time.
Yeah, I really enjoyed talking to those guys. And, for as long as I can remember when we've been podcasting, those guys have been pumping us up and loving, sharing everything. And, they've been some of our biggest fanboys throughout the whole process. So I appreciate those guys for pumping us up as much as they have throughout the years.
Yeah. I mean, they're like number one fan status, but I wouldn't call them fans. They're
buddies of ours.
They're supporters. Yeah. They're supporters to the show. I mean, they definitely enjoy what we have going on, and they want to see us succeed, and I really appreciate that about them, man. They're good dudes, and when I first did see them start pumping it up, and we kind of chatted with them a little bit, I never thought we'd ever meet the guys. Like,
no,
you know, it was crazy the way everything kind of just came together.
Yep. Yeah, no,
pretty wild.
It has been wild. It's gonna get even wilder.
It better get wilder.
It's gonna get wilder.
It's gonna get
wilder.
We got a laundry list of people that we will be bringing with some really, really good buck stories. We got an elk hunt we got to cover still. We have turkey season coming. Dude, are you as pumped up as I am? Because I am jacked.
Listen, this year I'm really hoping that people aren't stuck at home and have more opportunities to turkey hunt like they did this year, because my year was kind of underwhelming with it because the amount of pressure that we had. I'm hoping everybody's back in full swing at work and the woods are mine. That's a little bit selfish, but yeah, it's a little bit selfish, but you know.
Hey, look, man, it's kind of the common theme across the country right now, to be honest.
Right.
It's, it actually, I don't know if it benefited my season or not. Oddly enough, I never really, it never really hurt me. Even on the public land I hunted, it seemed like I didn't run into any hunters. It was weird.
Yeah, I ran into hunters, almost got shot by one of them. It was exciting.
Yeah, that's no good.
No.
My goal next year is to get one on camera. Finally get a kill shot on camera. We dropped like 4 birds last year, and not one of them on camera.
Oh, boo.
The only one that was on camera was a swing and a miss.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. It'll be better next year. I'm excited. We have shed season and scouting season and stuff to come up too. I got a lot of properties I want to walk.
Yeah, that's for sure. I want to do kind of the Eberhard scout and prep tree trip.
I think that would be good for you, especially with what you're going to be doing this year.
Yeah, I don't want to be messing with trees and stuff. It's hard enough, man. It really wears on your constant, running and gunning and hanging every single time you hunt.
Oh yeah, I feel you on that, man. But you've been getting a little bit crazier with it than I have. I'm still stuck playing with sticks and stuff. You're doing one sticking and nader swaders and all that shit. I'm surprised you're not using a fucking drone to take you up the tree now.
If I could find one that would carry my ass up there, I would do it.
I like it. I
don't think they come in my weight class.
Maybe someday.
But it's all I like new stuff, man. I like to adventure into new things, and I'm just trying to find something I really enjoy and that makes my hunt more efficient. But Absolutely. I don't want to get too caught up in this.
Yeah.
Make it affect my hunt either.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Which I think it's something that might have happened a little bit this year, getting too caught up in climbing methods, and, putting too much brain, overthinking a lot of situations. So
that can happen.
Next year, different year, man.
You better believe it.
Next year's our year.
Yes. I like it. I like how enthusiastic you are. That makes me very pumped. I like it a lot.
Oh yeah, man. Let's get after it these next couple months. I think when we were really successful those years, it was because we put all that work and effort into that January, February.
Yeah, you better believe it. And we haven't done that.
Got to get back to that.
Yep, I agree. I totally agree. No, I'm with you, man.
All right, man. We've rambled long enough. Let's get the episode up and going. What do you think?
Let's get them on.
All right, boys and girls, we are back with another episode for you with 2 guys from PA that are getting it done somewhere in central PA. I don't even know. They're just up in the mountains, maybe DuBois area, Clarion, something like that. I believe their names are Adam and Justin, and they are from PA Bowhunting. These boys are our number 1 fans. I'm calling it right now. Yes. Number 1 and number 2. By far, blow us out of the water. These guys listen to our episodes before they even post on social media. They have it up before us 99% of the time. Guys, what is going on?
What's up, boys?
Not a lot. Man, it is November. We have been putting this episode off for months.
Months.
So I apologize on our end for that one. That's definitely on us. But you guys are definitely having one heck of a deer season. Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's not jump into that. I get ahead of myself.
You get so far ahead of yourself.
I get ahead of myself because I think deer hitting the ground, and I'm like, wait, hold on. Not everybody knows these guys. We know them, but not everybody else does. All right, introduce yourselves. one at a time. Justin, why don't you start us off, and then I want to hear a little bit about what you guys have going on as well.
Well, I'm Justin Rigg. I'm the founder of PA Bowhunting. I guess I found it back in March of 2013, and it's just been uphill from there.
My name's Adam Rahar, and I got added back in February 2019. Justin was looking for some people, and we just hit it off really well, and it's been growing ever since then.
Now, is it just the two of you then that's pretty much like the most involved in it?
It's just the two of us. We're the only members right now.
Okay. And so get into it a little bit. We want to hear more about PA Bowhunting, what it is, kind of how it started, if you can, a little bit, and just dive back in and go way back, and then just bring us all the way to present time.
Oh boy. Well, started off, I had a child when I turned 18. So I needed a new hobby that wasn't skateboarding or snowboarding or anything like that, could get hurt. So I got back into hunting. It was a thing I used to do whenever I was younger. And whenever I decided to get back into it, for whatever reason, archery just drew me right back in. That was the only thing I wanted to do, was just my bow and just try and put a deer down with it. And, I decided after so long of hunting, and, I put a year in, and I was like, I need to associate and connect with some other people in PA to, get some pointers and tips to, be more successful as an archery hunter. I mean, I had some encounters, but nothing that, ever turned out successful. And whenever I first started, so I got on some forums and found out they were pretty big bust. They like
forums are interesting.
They died like really fast. Forums were huge when we were young, I feel like, and then I don't know, they've gone so far downhill so quick. They just don't even exist anymore. I know they're still out there, but does anybody ever go on them anymore?
Hunting Beast, that's about it.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
I'll take that. But that one, Archery Talk was the big one?
Yeah.
Screw them.
Bowhunting.com, they're another one that was where I was on mainly, and it just, like I said, there was some PA guys, but it was pretty well overrun with Midwest guys, so I didn't stand a chance to learn anything really off of them compared to you guys. Obviously know how it is to hunt in PA.
Yeah, totally different ball game out there.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I could only imagine. Obviously, I've never been out there, but someday maybe if I'm lucky.
Man, I feel like us PA boys, and I'm not just saying this, but we hunt so hard in PA. I feel like if we just had an opportunity out there on a good piece of property, I feel like we just slay. I'm just saying.
You're not wrong. Not at all.
Well, see, what I find interesting is that you started kind of this more or less like a social media page in kind of like I don't know if you can call it a group or, a group. Yeah. And typically people start something like that and it's more of like, hey, look what I got going on. Look at all these cool pictures. But you did it more of, let me find more informative guidance in Pennsylvania, something close to home and where I can learn more, I can interact with people and make good contacts. And I think that's pretty cool.
Oh, thank you.
So that's kind of the start of it, but what has it evolved into since the beginning?
Well, it started, like I said, as a group, and we grew in the early years. We had a Facebook page. The original Facebook page, it had 18,000 plus followers on it. So it got pretty big in its early days whenever Facebook wasn't dead.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of just evolved. I started the Instagram back in April of 2017, and that's now mainly where we focus our content. It's not as easy to connect so much per se with people. You can't just post up posts that you usually see off Facebook pages, let's see where you're at. You can, but people can't post the pictures of the views of their trees,
right.
Out of their tree stand and stuff. So
right.
Instagram's a little bit different, but it's definitely way more involved. It's a bigger following on Instagram than it is on Facebook. And that's how we kind of evolved from more of a group to kind of just people to follow along. And we love hearing from our followers and seeing the deer they put down or the deer they're on whenever we get trail camera pictures sent to us and whatnot. Like, that's awesome to see. And especially like shed season or anything like that. It's just cool that people are willing to show us like how successful they've been. We can then connect with them on a different level. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And I like reaching out and like talking to like our followers too. Like just you guys reaching out and having people send us emails and sending us pictures of deer that they kill and everything. It's really fun, man. Like I never really thought when we started a podcast that it would honestly A, go anywhere. But B, like having people reach out and be like, oh man, I love the show. This is how my season went. Mm-hmm. That's so cool in my opinion. Like it kind of blows my mind most of the time, honestly.
Yeah. I think another part of that too is the community and some of the people that we've become friends with because of the podcast.
Yes.
And other podcasters and kind of becoming part of their community and everything too, like with Chasing Tails and some of the other like Rut and River guys. Mm-hmm. And, it's been a lot of fun. But why are we talking about ourselves?
I don't know. I'm not sure why we did. I think that's my fault.
No. But yeah, I see what you're talking about, and I can't believe like you guys got huge on Facebook. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't even know how you do that.
I remember following that page back in the day, man.
Yeah.
Like everybody did.
NB phones and whatnot that we were taking pictures on.
Yeah, seriously though.
Yeah, like that was the page.
Them were rough days compared to what we got now with the phones that we have. I mean, crap, they shoot 4K. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, so, I mean, you got into hunting, when you were 12 years old then? Did you start when you were young?
Well, before that, like, we have a lodge, per se. I guess you could call it. There's like 20-some guys that are involved in it, and they're from more or less out on the eastern side of PA. Mm-hmm. So I was always around them during deer camp and whatnot. So and my dad always, being young, him coming home with deer and turkey and everything else I remember, and getting pictures taken with him and them being little. So, I mean, I've always been around hunting, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like that's the same way. I mean, did you get your start from your dad? Is he the first one that took you hunting?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. What about you, Adam?
Yeah, my dad started me when I was really young.
And you're pretty dang into it, man. You're a little quieter, but I'll tell you what, you grind. You're out there. You're definitely hitting it hard.
My work schedule lets me go out more than I should. Well, not should, but it just lets me get out a lot. Not in the evenings like I'd like. I had to learn to adapt and hunt the mornings now, but hopefully some. But I think I actually like hunting the mornings better.
This time of year, especially.
Yes.
Yeah, that early season, those mornings can be rough.
Yeah.
I mean, that's early. But even now, I mean, right before, the clocks fall back, you can kind of like sleep in almost compared to a work schedule. You know what I mean? And still get out in the woods a pretty decent hour in the morning. Even now, heck, first light, I think, is what? 5:30, 6:30? 6:30? 6:30, yeah, 6:30. That's not that bad. If you really think about it. Like, early in the season, you want to go on, you're waking up at like 3:30.
That's me. I'm like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Forget that. But yeah, man, this is going to be your best time of the year then for mornings. And what time can you typically stay and stand till?
I have to be to work at 3:45, so if I have to, I'll do 2:30.
Oh, dude, it's basically an all-day set.
That's perfect.
That's killer.
Yeah, that is... Do you have...
Adam, what do you do, man?
Yeah, thank you.
I'm a machine operator doing pressed metal.
Oh, that's cool. I can dig that.
What about you, Justin?
I'm a landscaper on a design and build landscaping company.
I can jive on that. Me and Chuck are very familiar with that.
I could probably get you a job. You want to move over here and kill big bucks?
Yeah. I just moved, but I mean, maybe if the deal's right.
Yeah, I could definitely. We're looking for a full-time landscape designer. You're in, buddy.
It pays $4 an hour.
That's to start.
Hey, that's a huge jump. So I'll definitely talk to the girlfriend about it and see what goes with it.
I mean, if not, think about it, bud. Girlfriends come and go. Big bucks are only around for so long.
Oh, God, don't let her listen to this.
I'm just kidding, girlfriend. So where were we going with that? Oh, I want to know. I want to focus on Adam a little bit, get him talking. All right.
I like it.
I want to know what his plan is for the next 10 days of season because we are crunching down, bud.
We're down to the nitty gritty.
What's going on your end of the state?
Like I said, I haven't been out too much just because I haven't been feeling well, but now I'm almost back to 100%. So the next couple of days, I'm going to be hitting it hard. I have all week off the rest of the week, so I'm going to be in the stand all I can be.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Just wake up in the morning, get yourself a nice beer. It'll just it'll clear you up. Whatever you're feeling bad, I mean, you'll be good to go, and you just go and kill yourself a nice buck, man. Send us a picture.
Okay, yeah, that might work. I would try it at least 2 of the 10 days. So, anyways, let's get on with it.
Crickets over there. You guys gotta start laughing and getting like rowdy or something, man.
I'm trying to slow play this.
I don't disturb anybody.
No, you're good, man.
I'm just messing around.
I'm slow playing this whole thing because there's 1 out of 4 of us here on the line right now that is not trying to fill that beloved Pennsylvania buck tag. Justin, buddy, what did you do?
Oh, I kind of maybe shot my first archery buck.
That's awesome, man.
And I caught it on film, self-film.
Yes, you did. I watched that.
I might have seen that.
I want to get into the story. I know it's a little early, but we got plenty of time for stories.
Can I stop you for 1 second?
Yeah.
I have to ask the question because you previously posted a video. Were you wearing the hat?
Yeah. No, I was not wearing the Whitetail distraction hat.
Come on, man.
And it was fun having you on. Thanks for being here.
All right, back to your story. I'm sorry. I had to interrupt.
Well, I don't even know where to start, really, I guess.
Let's start at the beginning of your season.
Yeah, I was
going to say. Beginning of your season. Let's take it up to the prime time.
I want to know if you have any history with the buck beforehand, too. Kind of get into the history if you have some.
Yeah. Well, okay, this piece of property that I actually shot this buck on, I used to hunt it like maybe 5-6 years ago. So I have history with the property itself. It's an old cattle farm. They quit running cattle on it. So all the pastures grew up. They quit hanging it off for the most part. And the deer, the neighboring property is a farm, a working farm, crop farm. And I mean, it's a big farm for where it's located, I guess you could say. Well, I lost access to it and ended up going and knocking on the farmer's door at early spring, and as soon as I knocked, he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was like, nothing. He's like, "You want to hunt here, don't you?" I was like, "I sure do, actually." And he's like, "All right, that's no problem." So I asked if it was okay if Adam could come on shed hunt with me, because we asked permission if Adam could hunt it, but he was a little iffy on it, so, and not to press it, we just said, all right, that's fine, no big deal.
Sorry,
but he let Adam walk it, go shed hunt it. We just ran through it real quick, because, I mean, with my history there, it is where I found my first shed antler, but, I mean, I spent I walked every square inch of that piece of property, I swear to God. But I just set up a camera in early spring with a little mineral sight, and where I had one previously whenever I used to hunt there. And sure enough, had deer on it, first camera pull, tons of them. And I was like, all right, this is a good sign. Maybe I can get away with, getting at least a doe out of here.
Yeah.
So I go keep checking my cameras probably every 2-3 weeks. And it got to a point where I couldn't even really get to my cameras anymore because they don't pay off the fields. So I had to spend the 4th of July morning in like 90-some degree heat, weed eating my way to my trail camera.
Oh, that's the best.
Oh, dude, 3.5 hours of just straight weeding. Nothing better than that, right?
Yeah, that sounds like tick heaven.
You're just throwing them everywhere.
And this wasn't anything. I went and helped him once. This wasn't like average weed you thought about. This was over your head. I'm not lying.
Oh, we got a couple spots like that we always want to hang a camera, but you can never get in there when you want to hang them.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you, I'm not a big guy. I'm only like 5'4". I'm short. I'm a little fun-sized kid. But anyway, like, they were over our heads. Like, couldn't see anything. It was ridiculous.
He's bite-sized.
So, cut our paths in there and everything to get the cameras, and then we started talking about, maybe since it was so hard for us to walk through there, and, you know, deer like path of least resistance, maybe if we cut some more paths and trails around, that they'd actually start using them.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. They definitely did.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's whenever we started getting deer all over the place. I mean, we just cut, I don't know, 4 or 5 different area, like, diagonal cuts and down tree lines and stuff on fence crossings. And I couldn't keep a card in my camera, honestly.
Yeah.
It'd fill up so fast. It was crazy.
That's awesome.
That's probably a good thing you did that, too, because if you would have just cut, like, one trail into your stand, the deer would have used that trail the whole time, and if that was your only access, you would have been dropping ground scent on their main trail.
Yep.
So it's probably a good idea you cut a whole bunch of trails, not only to give yourself some options on which way you access, but gives the deer other options, too. So well played.
I was thinking was that I knew that the deer bedded up kind of on the higher side of the field because it's a slope for the most part. So I knew, like, in the mornings I couldn't walk in that way. I'd have to access it from the bottom trail.
Go on.
But then that I had the bottom trail, and then I cut a diagonal path across it, and then there was another path that they could kind of cut the other timber line, and that was the path that I could get straight to. I didn't have a stand in there. I only had a permanent set of sticks. Just from past history, I knew they came across the field, and that was tended to be a good spot. Well, then I hunted it opening morning, or actually, I put a food plot in there. Let me back up.
Damn, you put some serious work into this property, man.
Oh, yeah, it was, I mean, it took, I don't know how many Saturdays, honestly, just...
You were there long.
Oh, yeah, the girlfriend didn't, I owed her some dates and some kissing up after how many Saturdays I spent at the farm.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, so I put a little Back 40 Seed Co. They are a PA-based food plot seed company, and we caught on to them through Instagram. We're not partnered with them or anything as of right now or anything, but we really liked what we saw out of them. Like, their blends just seem to just grow. All the customers, everybody, just great reviews on it.
And from what I can see on, like, your social media, they're big fans of you guys. They're always commenting on your stuff and liking your pictures and stuff. They're big fans of you guys.
Seem like decent guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We met them at PA Plotters property, and back in September. The guys from Back 40 Seed Co., they are awesome, for real. They're some great guys.
Amazing property. Amazing is an understatement.
Oh, yeah. PA Plotters property is like 130 acres, I think, somewhere around there, of just...
Whitetail heaven. That's the only way to put it.
Yeah, we spent half a day down there.
Oh, man.
It was... I've seen some properties, and that absolutely blew my mind as to what you could do or what people do around here with food plots and stuff. It was awesome.
So wait, there's PA plotters. They're from Western PA, right?
Yeah, they're from...
What's their general area?
Indiana County somewhere,
Okay.
not saying down.
Okay,
It's not
that
that
makes
far
sense.
from us.
No, not at all.
Yeah, meet in the middle.
Yeah, meet in the middle. Yeah, we're good. All right, back on it. You did a food plot, everything. Keep going.
Oh, yeah. Plan a little kill plot, because originally I was going to think about planting a strip. Just like the original strip that we mowed out, I was like, maybe I should just plant this. And then I was thinking harder, and I was like, well, if they start up at the top and they decide to just cut back around and take another path that was cut, I'll never get a chance at them, because they be in bow range. They'll be 75, 80, 90 yards out. So that's obviously not what I'm trying to shoot. So I put a little kill plot in, and it's really not that big at all, but it blew up, and it's amazing. Honestly, that's what led to my success, I guess you could say. Anyway, hunted first opening morning, saw the most deer I've ever seen in my life on opening morning on that farm. They just were piling out because I didn't realize that there was an oak that was dropping.
Yeah.
Across to the oak and not coming anywhere around me. I was like, ah!
You know what, though? That was a good observation set then.
Oh, it was a great one.
That's killer.
I actually saw a buck. He was a nice 5-point, to be honest. Not legal, I guess you could say. But he was definitely a nice buck to see on opening morning. I was pretty excited. Well, as I'm watching all these deer pile in, I start hearing what I think is like rattling antlers. And I'm like, okay, this is private property. The only other person that hunts this is the old guy that is the neighbor to the farmer. And he only like early season muzzleloader hunts this. So it's definitely not him down there rattling antlers. So I turn my camera and I zoom in as far as I can and I start looking and I'm like, oh, I see hoofs moving. And it was 2 bucks fighting. I just couldn't see what they were, but it was 5s and another buck. I don't know what, but they were just tickling tines. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then I was like, well, maybe I should sit over there then. So evening of the opening day, I was planning on going and hunting either there or jumping in and double set with Adam on another property that we can both hunt. And I ended up not feeling so well, and I took a nap and never woke up until about 5:30.
Dude, that's happened to me before. I know the feeling.
Been there.
I don't even know what happened. I don't know if it was something I ate. I just did not feel good. And I laid down and I even texted Adam. I was like, I'm getting up in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, so I was already in my tree stand. I was like, oh, he must have left his phone at the truck. Nope.
Gas station sushi got him.
Oh,
it was the frog legs.
It's the frog legs. It's the pig's feet, actually, but nonetheless.
Fair.
Well, so since my work schedule being I just start at 7 a.m. and work until whenever we decide to quit, because that's always fun during archery season.
Oh, yeah.
I only got to go out on weekends. Saturday would be the day I could get up to go out. So I hunted, obviously, opening morning. That was Saturday. And then I hunted the next Saturday, which I jumped with my mobile set that I got over the off season. I threw it up and jumped in a set closer to the oak, hoping that I could, get a chance at a doe or something. So I sit that, had a whole just hell of a hunt, to be honest with you. Dropped the windscreen off my microphone on my camera. Had dough blowing out everywhere. It fell apart. And I just was like, all right, I'm done. It was like 8:30. No deer were definitely coming around. They blew everything off that property. So I took my set down, walked to my truck, left. That was it. Done for the day. That evening, I jumped in a stand with you, didn't I, Adam?
I believe so.
Yeah, we went and sat a double set. We took our mobile sets because Adam finally broke down and, spent his moldy money on a mobile set instead of just these creaky double or hang-on sets that we've sat in the past year.
I'm so proud of you.
That a boy.
So at first we're going to go up the same tree, and then it was like, well, let's set, offsetting trees. And that turned into a little bit of a fiasco because on the edge of this field, uncut cornfield, the trees are just huge. I don't know how old these things are, but they're massive. Couldn't even get straps around them, really. So we find trees that we could, went up them. Real uneventful night. Didn't see anything. Got down. That was the end of it, And then I hunted. That was my third sit. So my fourth sit was on October 16th. Didn't realize it was the new moon, but it was new moon.
Took a day off work.
I took the day off work. I even saw that there was a front coming in, and I was like, all right, I'm not missing the first one right off the bat because opening day was cold, but
yeah, right.
Next one, that's when it was, we're going to have some action. So I was like, all right. So I asked to take off on Friday. That's what day it was. And boss gave me the okay. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go out in the morning. There was a chance of rain. Well, woke up. it was pouring, and I mean absolutely pouring. And I was like, I could go out and sit, but it looks like it's probably going to rain for like at least 3-4 hours. I don't really have rain gear, so I'm not really trying to go out and get soaked.
Yep.
And so I opted, seeing in the forecast it was going to clear up. I decided, I'll just hit the evening then. I got out real early compared to what I usually get out in the afternoon. I sat, just figured, I'll go on doe patrol. I had pictures of doe going through the food plot and stuff in around 6:15. So I was like, I'll probably be able to at least punch my doe tag. That'll be great. Start off the season early, get the nerves shook, be ready for it. Well, I sit there and, I'm guilty. I'm on my phone, whether it's Instagram, checking what people are sending us about their sit, or, playing games. I hate to say it, that's actually how this went down. I was playing on my phone, and I just got done with my game, and it was like 5:58, I think. And I was like, oh crap, it's almost 6. They're going to be coming through. I better get off my phone. Well, my phone interferes if it's connected to the cellular connection.
Mm-hmm.
It'll interfere with my microphone on top of my camera. So I turn it off, or I sent Adam a message, and I was like, because he was at work, and I was like, all right, I'm turning my phone off just in case anything comes through, and stand by. Well, I put my phone in my pocket, and no sooner did I put my phone in my pocket, I grabbed my milkweed container out. I went to go drop the milkweed, and as soon as I went to open up my fingers to drop it, I hear hooves just running. And I'm like, okay, this isn't normal, because they're coming from the side that is the neighbor's property towards me.
Ooh.
And I'm, what is going on here? Well, as it starts getting closer, I can see antlers. And I'm like, all right, here we go, game time. So I put my milkweed back in my pocket, and I start reaching for my bow. And as I'm reaching for my bow, I keep staring down at for the clearing to where I can see what's coming. And he walks in, and I'm like, oh, I know this buck. I have trail camera pictures of him all through Velvet, because I had 3 bucks that particularly liked our side of the property and not the neighbors. For whatever reason, they just hung out on the property I hunted.
Could have been that nice food plot, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess. And not only that, I mean, they had fresh green cut grass to eat on after we mowed down all the weeds. But he was one of the crab claw 8s that I had on camera. I had 2 crab claw 8s, and one was a high G2. I mean, he is incredibly high, long G2s, and just awesome crab claws on both sides. And then there was the funky crab claw 8, and that's, as soon as I saw him, I was like, that's the funky crab claw 8. It has to be him. I'm pretty positive at this point. Well, I didn't care which one it was. It was legal. I've never killed a buck with my bow. I didn't care. I was trying to kill this buck.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So I get my bow, and I'm like, all right, are you going to let me get my bow? Yes, you are. Are you going to let me turn my camera on? Yes, you are. And as I'm doing this, he's stepping into my food plot, because that's right. He stopped right at the beginning of my food plot. And just, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so close right now. He ended up stopping, taking a dump. And I'm like, all right, cool. I got my camera zoomed in how I wanted it, and I got it to where he was sort of centered, and I was like, all right, as long as you're in the frame at this point, I don't care. I'm just going to try and do it.
Yeah.
I get my bow, I get my release in my hand, and I start pulling back, and I'm like, are you going to let me get the full draw? And he did, and I'm like, all right, are you going to take one more step so I can shoot you? And he just kind of lifted his head up, moved his leg, and I was like, you're done. Let it go. And as soon as I let it go, it whacked him. I saw the blood fly, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just hit him. Freaking out. I turned my phone back on. I hurry up and text Adam, and I'm like, even though I did watch where the buck goes, I've learned that from hearing it from enough people. I watched where he ran. He ran down, jumped the barbed wire fence into the pasture.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't see where he went after that, because it gets thick down in there with pines. So I hurry up, pull my phone out, text Adam, say, I just shot a buck. No sooner do I put my phone back in my pocket, I turn my camera, for whatever reason, just to record me, and I start with, it's Friday, October 16th, and I just shot a buck. It's my first one. And Adam calls me, and what you see in the video, our YouTube video, them were the first words out of my mouth, followed up with, I don't know, 12.5 other obscenities in about 1 minute and 20 seconds.
I love it, dude.
I freaked out. I couldn't help myself. I couldn't believe I actually finally shot a buck. I didn't know if I killed him or not, but I thought the shot was good.
Oh, dude, you hit a walk-off grand slam on that buck. Like, you hit him.
Yeah.
You could have bat flipped your bow in the air and just started like pumping up the crowd, you know. You crushed him. You absolutely annihilated him. That shot of the blood just gushing out.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was awesome.
You knew he was toast.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's the thing. I didn't know. Like, I was like, I feel like it's a good shot though. Like, I feel like I hit him just behind his shoulder and like where I would want to hit him. Mm-hmm. So Adam told me to go back up and check the camera. So I get, in the matter of like 18 minutes, it took me, I think it was, to pull my set out. I go over into the food plot, grab my arrow because it was a clean pass through. But it didn't stick in the ground, and that's what I thought was odd until we found the deer. Well, it was laying flat on the plot, took a picture of it. Then I start walking down to where he ran to jump the fence, and I see blood splotch, little bits, and I'm like, okay, probably not as much as I should see, and either way, I'm waiting for Adam, because Adam told me he was going to get out of work at 8.
Yeah, I told him, hey, you shoot a buck, it's your first one, I'll leave work and come help you. Well, had to break it to my boss that I was leaving work, which he wasn't too happy, but... It was worth it.
Yeah, that's totally worth
Absolutely.
it.
Hours, 2.5 hours for me to get there.
That was the worst part of it. I shot it at like 6:02, I think, and Adam couldn't get out of work until 8.
Oh, man.
Yes. So,
little torture, huh?
The worst.
Told him it was better to wait.
It is. It absolutely is.
And I felt the same
better
because
that
I
way.
wasn't on the shot, and after reviewing it on the camera, that's when I realized, oh boy, that's a little bit high.
Yeah, it looked extremely high in the video, and I was just like, let's just let it wait. If it's dead, it's going to be there. So,
but then what I didn't tell him is I was pretty much shooting my platform and my stand's about 20.5 foot up a tree. So shooting was probably like 24 foot, and the deer was at 16 yards.
Oh yeah.
So deep angle, honestly.
Yeah, that deer didn't. That was kind of a risky shot, though, too. You kind of made that shot pick your spot through that branch.
Oh yeah, that's actually the thing too. My dad even brought up after he saw the video. He's like, "You hit that branch."
You sure did.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, thank God for fixed play broadheads, I guess."
Yeah, it saved your butt on that one, bud.
Oh, seriously, I couldn't honestly see it, and. Not that I can even really remember it, because that was just a blur of emotion happening.
Oh, yeah. You can never see those branches or those little saplings that are in the way.
Yeah.
You're looking through your peep. They don't even exist.
Well, especially when they're close like that. You don't realize it, because even though your sight might be clear, your arrow's sitting down on the rest. And it just takes that little bit of difference. And that little bit of difference is all it was. And you just nicked that branch, but didn't matter. That arrow didn't even move its path. It was just on a bead.
It didn't move at all, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
So after, I went up because, I'm poor. I ran out of data on my plan. I had to go to Sheets, and so I drive to the closest Sheets and use their Wi-Fi to send Adam the video, and that's what he's like, that's a little high. A little bit higher than what you said.
Oh, no.
So he tells me 8 o'clock, I'll meet you there. I'll get out of work and then I'll meet you at the farm. I was like, that's fine. So it was killing me. I drove to my parents' house and I stood in their kitchen and would not stop pacing.
Dude.
I looked at the video. I could not stop. I was worried.
I remember.
What if
I remember the first archery buck I shot. I know the emotions you went through. There's no way I would have waited 2 hours.
No way.
I was by myself though, so I mean, like you, but I really didn't have anyone coming. I guess my dad, I told him to come meet me, but he was going to be like a half an hour, and I'm like, I heard him crash. I'm going. I'm not waiting. I'm going. But I couldn't imagine sitting there for 2 hours. I remember, Austin, you and I, when I shot that big boy.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, we backed out and waited, and we were like, yeah, we'll give it a couple. I don't remember. We did not wait that long.
We were like, we're going to give it a couple hours. I think we went up, like, to the truck, and I think maybe we took our coats off. We were like, oh, yeah, it's been long enough.
That was the hardest. That was the hardest hour of my life. Like, that was just so hard to sit there and wait and not know and wait. Oh.
How many times did you watch that video?
Honest, I almost ran my video camera. Battery's dead.
Oh, yeah.
So that was hard. I just kept watching it and thinking, okay, well, you know, if you don't find it, I'm going to search as hard as I can, but if I don't find it,
no one's ever seeing this video.
No, I posted Adam's video where he decided he was going to shoot a doe in late season and decided to drill a tree. Just absolutely murder a tree, I'll tell you that.
Wasn't wearing his hat.
I don't think I had a hat then.
No, I don't think I did.
Probably not. So you shot the buck, man. You've waited. Adam shows up. What's going through your mind? Like you've played it a bunch. You guys think it's high, but did you have any confidence just for the simple fact that you were so high up in the tree and he was close?
I had confidence in the fact of how hard that buck mule kicked when he got hit, and the amount of blood that flew out of him. Because watching so many videos on YouTube, and I mean even watching the Outdoor Channel and all that crap whenever I was first getting into hunting, like I knew when mule kick happens, for the most part, it seems like it's a good shot. Like, they can recover them animals. So I figured keep that hope alive. Like, worst case scenario, you don't find them, but just stay positive. So me and Adam take our flashlights and we set off walking through the farm, and we get back to the food plot where the initial shot happened. And I kind of fill him in, like, he knew where my stand was, obviously. They were permanent sticks I put in back in, like, April or May. So, they've been there forever. Start walking him through the shot, everything that happened, and obviously I've already seen the video. We start walking down the blood trail, and it's not real much, a whole lot of blood. How about it?
Spot here and there.
And I'm just starting to worry more and more, and I'm just like, all right, we're not finding good blood. This isn't good. So we get over the barbed wire fence, and I think we found one drop.
Yeah, we were struggling to find blood right there.
Real bad. It was so hard. Couldn't find anything. And that's when I started panicking a little bit. And I'm like, yep, I really just screwed this up just like I've done a million times before. Like, it's over.
Doubt doesn't take long to set in. Like, immediately, it can just creep in. Doesn't matter. Unless you see that animal go down, doubt is always there. It creeps right up into your soul, and it just sits there.
Oh, that's for sure. I can't say that enough. But we stop, and I put one of the flashlights on the last spot of blood that we found. And we kind of like span out a little bit from there. And Adam goes to the right, and I go to the left. I don't make it too far. I'm really looking hard because I'm dying to find a spot of blood. Like, I just want to see one glistening spot of blood, and we're back in the money. We're going. Well, Adam, just out of nowhere, says, "Hey, what's that down there that's white about 60 yards away?" And I'm like, are you kidding me? Freak out. I shine my light, and there he is, belly up.
Yes.
And that's it. It was crazy. He did not start pouring blood out until
10 to 15 yards from where he crashed.
Yeah, and that was the crazy part. Whenever I shot him and I watched him go down into the pasture, I heard branches and stuff breaking. So I was like, he's just on a death run or something right now. He's just running to get away. What I really heard was him smacking into a tree and breaking branches off of it.
Oh man, you know what though? That blood's probably from that high hit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't bleed a whole hell of a lot, but you know they still are bleeding.
Yeah. Plus, he took off like a scalded cat, and then he's spraying because it's lung, so it's just spraying like speckles. That stuff's hard to find. You know, if you were in the woods I bet you if you were in the woods with like leaves on the ground and trees around, you would have seen that stuff just sprayed everywhere. I mean, it would have been just literally sprayed on everything. But it's really hard, like in that grassy stuff or even the high weeds, really hard to pick up blood sometimes.
Yeah.
It just gets down in like little crevices, I swear, and it just like hides from you. I don't know what it is.
Especially red pine needles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, pro tip, keep a bottle of hydrogen peroxide in your truck.
Ooh, I'll have to do that. I'll throw one in.
Because when it's real spotty like that and you can't find it on the leaves or the grass, and you start hitting it with that hydrogen peroxide, it foams up.
Oh, that's genius. I never even heard of that before.
Yeah. Spray bottle of hydrogen peroxide, man. Pro tip.
I still haven't done that in 2 years. We've talked about it for 2 years.
I still have one in my truck.
We used it that time.
Yeah, we used it in my buck last year.
Yeah. And I kid you not, I mean, the smallest speckle of blood and sprayed it, and sure enough, that thing foamed up.
Yeah.
That was impressive. I was definitely impressed. But anyways, get back to it. So you see it. Do you run after it? What'd you do? Do you guys celebrate and then take off after it?
Honestly, that's another blur to me. I just remember seeing its stomach white, and next thing I know, I am just holding his antlers in my hand.
Yes.
Like, holy crap. Like, I actually did this. It took me 9 years of struggling and failing and just messing up and learning the hardest way possible, I feel, to finally just get one. And I'm so proud and blessed, to be honest, by taking him. He was a hell of a buck. He was heavy. That was the other thing. He was a big-bodied deer.
Heck yeah. Well, you earned it, man.
Yeah, you should be proud of that deer, man. If you weren't proud of it, I might come over there and smack you around a little bit.
Still might.
I deserve it.
But yeah, no, dude, seriously, like your first archery buck, it is a special feeling, a very special feeling. I know, like reaction wise, that's why I asked, because I remember, you know, when Austin and I found my buck together, it was like, I didn't even want to go touch it. Like, I was standing back. Remember, Austin had to tell me.
I think I tackled you.
Yeah. He's like, dude, that's your buck. Go get it. I'm like, yeah, but I can't. I got to take this in.
You're standing there looking at it. I was like, grab a hold of him. Like,
do something.
Yeah.
Something. Oh, man.
I was like, what do I do with my hands?
What do I do with my hands?
So I have one question now. You already answered the other one. What kind of mobile setup you running?
I'm running an XOP Vanish Evo.
I love it. I had the same stand.
The Vanish.
And for sticks, I'm running the XOP full length, like 3-step ones.
Okay.
But that's going to be switching up. They're just a little too cumbersome for my liking.
What are you thinking about switching to?
Something that is gonna hurt my financial being very badly.
Oh no!
There's a lot of those options out there now.
There are so many of those options now.
Too many options.
Oh man!
What are you thinking, man? Because I'm thinking about going towards a stick as well, back to a stick.
I think you should.
I'm honestly thinking about the Lone Wolf Custom Gear double steps. They're nice and tight, and they look like they pack just so clean.
Can I borrow your debit card?
Yeah. if you're gonna go there.
Oh, dude, there's so many stick options now.
There are.
Around that same price range. If you're going to spend that money, there's so many.
Nothing against Lone Wolf Custom Gear. Just trust me, they have like top notch
gear.
Literally top notch. They are on top of the game.
Yes.
But you know, have you seen the new ones from Tethered? Like, they're pretty nasty.
Under a pound a piece.
Yeah.
No way.
Oh, dude, you have to look those up. They are under a pound. I think 4 of them's like 3.6 pounds, 3.5 pounds.
Boy.
They are stupid light, dude.
Stupid light. And they're double steps. They're nice. They're very nice.
That's the main reason I want to switch is I want a double step. Like, I just feel like it'd be so much easier than... Yeah. There's times that I'm just standing basically on the squared top of the tubing, basically, with the arch of my foot trying to maneuver around stuff.
Been there.
I've been there. I feel you.
It's tough.
You know, do a ballerina dance on top of a stick at like 15 feet. Never fun.
Yeah. Austin and I mean, you still run Lone Wolf.
I'm still running Lone
the original.
Wolf, but dude, next year I'm going to be in a double step of some sort.
Yeah, I think I will too. I think I'm going to pull it. But
yeah.
Timber Ninja sticks are pretty nasty for the double. I mean, they're up there in price range too. The Beast sticks. You know, the episode that's going to be dropping here real quick with Taylor Chamberlain, he goes into some detail on some sticks as well. So you guys have better. Well, I know you'll listen.
Dude, even the Shikars double steps are nice.
The Shikars.
There's so many sticks in that, right in that price range that I don't want to spend the money on.
Dano just came out with new sticks. Did you see that? I saw it today.
Yeah.
Dano came out with new double sticks. They're like $115 a stick, but they're like super light, nasty looking.
Oh man, Adam, what kind of set did you get?
Oh, I went with the stand like Justin, the XOP.
I love the
Vantage.
XOPs.
Mm-hmm.
I was really going back and forth what to get, but their quick connect bracket really sold me.
Unbelievable, dude.
Must have.
Game changer. I don't use that word very often. That's a game changer.
I don't think I'd ever switch a stand. But I went with the mini sticks that they just came out with.
The Novik sticks or the mini sticks, or what are you looking at? The XOP sticks?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
XOP just came out with little ones.
Yeah, I didn't see those ones.
Yeah. There's so many options out there, man.
They really are anymore.
I wish you guys would have told me. I just sold my Vanish like this summer. I just got rid of it.
No, it was after I bought mine. I remember seeing yours for sale.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not, mine wasn't the Evo, but still, I mean, that's a great stand. There's not that much of a difference, honestly. I loved it, but I don't know. I vowed to stay away from it forever.
So I did not sell mine, and mine is actually in my truck, and I hung it once this year. And I hunted out of it. Yeah, I did. So shameless plug, but well, not even a shameless plug. I don't even know why I said that. I hung my stand just for old time's sake to hunt out of it to see if I still liked it, but I sat my saddle in it.
Yeah.
It was epic, and I still love that stand, and I'm still going to keep that stand. It has its place. It has its place.
I will say that the stand was nice for like packing in sticks because you had something firm you could strap your sticks to. It worked out great. When I got rid of the stand and started using a smaller platform with the sticks when we got into saddle hunting, the sticks became cumbersome. I didn't like them. They were too big. So I think if I go back, I'm going to go to probably a short double step, like a 17, 20 inch, something in that range. Yeah, probably 20 inches because it's, a little extra. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually kind of excited. But I have a game plan. See, my game plan is I'm going to keep the steps and I'm going to put them as like a permanent set, just like Justin has with his steps or his sticks. So I'm going to make a permanent set with those Wild Edge steps somewhere. And then I'm going to have my run and gun set up with sticks so I can go quicker because the steps are nice, but man, they are potentially a pain in the ass if you get on the wrong tree.
Yeah. Yeah, that's no bueno.
But it is nice getting like 4 or 5 feet at one jump, at a time.
I'm cool on that. I got sticks. I can fly up the freaking tree, dude. Especially with rope mods. Everything's so much nicer.
Ooh, look at me.
I know.
There's modifications you can do to stuff. That's what we've done, a couple mods to our stands just to make them a little bit better and pack stuff in a little bit easier. It makes it pretty cool.
Dude, honestly, that's kind of what I love about mobile hunting, just honestly modding all my gear. I love it so much. It's kind of like an infatuation I've had in the past few years. And
yeah, I think it's
we'll
cool.
See what happens next year. I don't know. It's going to be weird.
You will be like 2 peas in a pod then, because I'm telling you what, he got his, sticks in the mail and took the work with him. Don't tell his boss. But anyway, was messing around with how to mod stuff out within literally 2 hours of having it in his hands.
Epic.
Yeah.
Dude's a legend.
He just don't care.
Yeah. See, I'm complete opposite. Like, I buy stuff and I want to buy it and I just want to use it out of the package as is. Now,
not me at all,
stealth stripping or something like that, different story. I did use that a little bit this year, but I don't know, man. I'm not big into like modding things. That's why I just keep buying different things till I find what I like instead of making it.
Yeah.
But I think next year I want to get into rappelling down the tree.
You're nuts, dude. Whatever.
Dude, it looks so cool.
if we want that same mentality, you can totally foot the bill for us on it, and we're fine with that.
I'll see what I can do.
So, I don't want to change the subject at all, but one thing I wanted to ask you guys earlier, and I totally forgot to ask it, but it's kind of relevant now, too. We kind of know yours a little bit, Justin. I feel like you fulfilled yours, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What were kind of like your goals at the beginning of the season, both you and Adam?
Well, my goal, just like every other year I start archery season, is to tag out during archery season. I would love to just tag out with my bow, not have to take the gun out, even though I do love getting with, the guys at camp and whatnot. I'd rather do it with my bow. It's a much more personal thing for me rather than, the drives or sitting in big blocks blinds with heaters and whatnot. And I like the grittiness of getting out there, I guess. So my goal was just, I wanted to tag out, and I, like always, wanted to punch my buck tag for the first time.
Yeah.
I was going to say, that's a lofty goal, Phil, to tag out. I mean, I don't know if you just have like the 3 doe tags and a buck tag. That's still a pretty lofty goal.
I am far from tagged out right now.
Yeah. You and me both, brother.
I ordered or sent in for my first doe tag, and in the midst of it, moved whenever I sent it out. So that was a big mess because I didn't even remember what unit I sent for.
Nice.
So I sent for 2 of the same one if it was a certain management unit because, I knew the management unit the farm was on, I could really put down the doe if I wanted to. So that's what I wanted, but I was afraid that I was going to send in for 2 of the other and then not end up getting one for the farm property. So I just prayed and then forgot to send in the second time.
Oh, no. For people that are wondering, that unit is 13G.
Yeah, that's exactly 13G 9er in there somewhere.
Right.
Clarionville, something like that.
I think it's along the Mississippi, but like kind of near the Pacific Ocean. I'm not 100% sure on the latitude.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that adds up.
So I just banked on the after archery season starts, that Monday after, they always sell the leftover tags like over the counter.
Yep.
So we knew from the year prior because we woke up and they started selling them so fast that the numbers were dropping like in the thousands. Like literally refresh your phone and it was like 900 more gone. And we had to drive like 20, 25 minutes to get to where we had to buy them. So we didn't break any speed limits in case any cops are hearing. I mean, we're totally legal, but nonetheless got there and got tags. So I just banked on that. Turns out they sold out of the unit that I needed.
Oh man, 13G usually does sell out early.
Yeah, that's a hot ticket.
They always sell out with the 9er.
I think 6B is still available if you want some of those.
Oh man.
You can come hunt with us.
You can come hunt with us, dude. I got 8 tags still, so you can use a couple of mine if you want.
Sounds tempting.
I think I have 7. Maybe 6. I have 6.
I have 8 left. I have 8 tags left.
I hear you.
This is bad.
Adam, buddy, we're cutting him off. Adam, buddy, what were your goals for the season, man?
Well, I like Justin said, wanted to tag out. I've done it multiple times before in archery, 2 or 3.
Show off.
Show off.
I told you guys.
The silent killer.
I love hunting archery, and if I have to go and make something happen, my dad always thought I was crazy. I'd go and sit on the ground, no blind or anything, and make it happen. And I've done it multiple times on does, so I can't even count. I've done it on 3 bucks, I believe, and all are pretty nice. And last year was just a rough archery season, so I just wanted to get some meat in the freezer this year. So one Saturday I was out, I missed one, don't know how I did it. So I went out the next Monday, cut cornfield first thing in the morning. Big doe stepped out, whacked it, no problem. Of course, Justin wasn't there to take any pictures, so you probably saw it on Instagram stuff. It was it laying in the field.
Way to drop the ball, buddy.
Other than that, I haven't been able to hunt much since. So yeah, like we said, this week coming up is going to be fire for me, I hope.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, now that you're this late into the season, it's November 10th, and you got 10 days left of probably the best rut that we're going to see. Are you going to be shooting doe, or are you going to be just out there pretty much waiting for bucks?
Probably just buck. I can always go for doe and rifle, no problem. But
yeah, I say bucks plural. What was I thinking? Bucks.
Yeah, we get so many buck tags here in Pennsylvania.
I got a direct message today. I was sitting at home. My buddy messaged me, sent me a video of a buck chasing a doe right in front of my tree stand.
Oh, that hurts.
That's like that meme.
Was that buddy welcome at that place that he can see your tree stand?
But if he wanted to go in, he knows he's allowed, but he's not one to do that.
Yeah, that's that meme where that giant buck's standing there and it says, "Hey, I walked by your stand today, but you were at work." That's that meme.
That is that meme.
Coming
That's
to
terrible.
life. That sucks. That's why, I tried that link that you gave me, that cell link. I couldn't do, the cameras like that, because if I was at work and I saw giant bucks just walking past,
you set it so it gives it to you once a day.
I tried that. It drove me nuts. I needed it more often. It was like a crack addiction. I'm telling you.
You're out of control.
Please go on. I'm sorry. Please go on. Adam, where are you?
I think they hung up on us. They hate us.
Hard to hear you for a second.
Oh, Chuck was just rambling. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
I'm sorry. So anyways, so you have one doe down. You have how many tags total?
This year they limited our DMAP tags, so I only have 2 other doe tags and my buck tag.
Okay. So you have 3 tags to fill in 10 days, right?
That's what you're telling me, I guess.
Well, you know what? Here, I'm going to make a bold prediction. Are you cool with a bold prediction?
Boy.
I'm feeling not tomorrow. I'm feeling Thursday. I'm calling this. I'm feeling Thursday. You're going to put down a nice buck.
Thursday's going to be a good day.
I'm feeling Thursday. You're going to put down a nice buck. And then Friday, I think you're going to be a little hungover from celebrating. So I think Saturday, you're going to shoot a doe in the morning.
And then let me take it from here.
Okay.
Sunday. The first Sunday hunting in Pennsylvania in our lives.
Buddy.
You're gonna tag out on the first Sunday ever allowed in Pennsylvania, ever for deer hunting, to my knowledge.
Yes.
Ever in the existence of our world. You're gonna tag out on that day.
It's going to be epic.
Oh my goodness. And the best part is Justin's gonna be there to get it all on film. Clearly.
We hope.
I'm telling you that it's not a guess. It's what's gonna be.
Listen, we're both wearing hats right now, so it might come true. I hope it does for you.
Yeah,
it's vibe.
It's kind of like if you cross the streams as Ghostbusters. That's what we're doing with the hats right now, right? And we're making this prediction, so don't let us down.
All right,
please.
That means I got to fill my last doe tag here, either tomorrow evening if I get rained out from work tomorrow, or hopefully Saturday morning.
That you got that tomorrow.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah, no worries tomorrow.
Tomorrow
right.
in the rain, you're gonna watch her go down.
Yeah.
You'll be good.
I'm heading to my lucky spot. I've killed in 2 sits. I've killed 2 animals from the same stand, so I can't complain.
I like it. I like that stand.
I do. You got room in that stand?
That's on fire. Yeah.
Can I borrow the back side of that platform and just hang with you, or what?
I'll give you the whole thing. I'll just hang out of a tree with my harness and just swing around and hope for the best.
Nah, bro. We're saddle hunters now, so we're cool.
Oh, I forgot.
Out of here.
We're like Diva, so we just use a stick, and that's how we climb. Just a stick.
I'm sorry. I need a platform because I'm fat and lazy, and I need a seat to sit down on. So.
Whoa! Nobody said we weren't fat and lazy.
Listen, we're both fat and lazy. Okay.
Nobody went there, buddy. Okay.
I was gonna say, how are you supposed to play video games on your phone if you got a saddle? I don't know how that works.
It is the greatest, dude. It's an ass hammock. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate in lazy people deer hunting equipment.
The worst part about it is, and it almost gets me because you lose some pockets when you're hunting out of a saddle. So trying to struggle and panic and find a pocket that you can put your phone in, is like, that's a fun game to play. Like,
That's
I go to the middle pocket, and then I struggle, and I go to the leg pocket, and then I struggle, and then I just put it in my pouch.
That's what dump pouches are for, bro.
Yeah, but I got my my rangefinder in there, so I don't want to bury the
That's why you
rangefinder.
just grab your shirt collar and throw it down your shirt.
See, this guy's like game changer right there.
That-
I am so bummed that I didn't meet you guys at the camo care shoot. Can I tell you that?
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up.
Oh, we were waiting to see if we were like, yeah, we're gonna meet them both. This is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I had a wedding. It was like,
Yep.
I know.
You want to meet us because you're too cool and you're the cool crowd and we're not.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
It
I
was
don't know.
funny. The group we were with, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Andrew or somebody. They came up to me afterwards. We're walking to the first one, and they're like, dude, we saw someone at registration with a Whitetail Distraction podcast hat on. I couldn't believe it. I was like, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I was like, there's not that many people out there wearing our hats, so I know who it is.
We're that big now.
You're getting spotted.
We had fun, though. That was a good shoot.
Next year, dude. This coming year, if you guys go, I will be there 100%. I promise. Unless I have another wedding, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Seriously, you better be there because that was awesome. That is the first time, and it's because I wore the Whitetail Distraction podcast hat. I actually outshot Adam at a 3D shoot for once.
Oh my goodness gracious, man!
Impressive, sir.
Impressive.
For once, that was the first time
This
ever.
doesn't happen.
Ever.
Well, I think next year we need to make sure that we coordinate this a little bit better, and we get all in the same place, and we can like party a little bit the night before. I like it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm down.
I know a few people. I think what we can do, if it's not a COVID's year, we can
It's
go
gonna be
ahead.
over by then.
Well, we can get our
Yeah.
groups together to shoot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
That way we can have two groups on the same, I don't know, target. They're not holes.
Yeah,
Target together.
Target. Yeah, it's like golf.
It's like golf. Yeah, exactly. But I think next year, and we wanted to do it this year, and we tried to, but then, everything happened, and
It got postponed.
yeah, it got moved back, and people couldn't go on the new date.
Yeah,
and
it'd been fine the first time.
Right. You, Sam, some other guys, locally that wanted to do it, they just couldn't do it on that new date. So next year, I promise, next year, I'd like to get like two groups at the minimum. We need to get more people there.
I agree.
Oh, yeah. That place, that was, honest to God, out of all the shoots that I've ever been to in my life, that was the most fun, it was hard. Some of them targets were hard.
Did you guys do the white course or the orange course?
Say the orange.
The orange was like 3.5 miles. It was insane. That's the one we did. It was it went forever. Like, it just kept going. But
it was a big course. Big. I couldn't believe how big it was, honestly.
yeah, did you have like the white mountain goat thing, like in a pretty severe down shot down the hill?
Yes, that was my favorite one.
Yes.
And that was a good shot.
That was badass.
Look at how fired up you just got him. That's so
Dude.
awesome. I'm so pissed that I missed it.
Dude, it was
Yes, Austin, you're too cool for us. You missed out on all the fun. Huh?
Yeah, dude, I suck. I was busy shucking a beer somewhere in bumfuck Egypt, Ohio.
the worst part was, dude, the 2 years in a row me and you went, we did the white course.
Yeah,
we
right.
never even seen the orange course before.
It wasn't offered to me.
And we did the orange course, and it was badass. Like, I like the white course. The orange course is on the next level.
Yeah. That's
It's
where I'll be
fun.
next time. I
Yeah.
feel it.
Those hills got to me, though. Remember that fat lazy comment? That's where I lost my lead. I was in a solid lead leading up to those hills, and
Do
then
you
they
guys
all
think?
went down.
Do you guys think that they like look down on you in a 3D shoot if you shoot an airbow?
You're going to roll in next year with a crossbow.
But that's what I was gonna say. Do you just want to bring a crossbow or like a 270 or what?
I'm here to shoot the open
I'm gonna
class.
burn them down with an odd 6. It's gonna be good.
Just give it hell. Why not? Easy.
Oh yeah, this is happening. It's a bad
No,
idea that you gave me your number.
You need to get those, like, what are those? Those gear heads? You need to get one of those little bows.
Yeah.
Those little tiny guys,
Yeah,
and
that'd be
shoot with
good.
that.
Them gearhead books are sweet though.
Did you shoot them at the Great American Outdoor Show?
Oh no, that was my first time at the Great American Outdoor Show this past year, and it was a little bit overwhelming. I didn't expect it to be that big.
Yeah.
If we go this year, you guys got to go with us.
Yeah, we were there at the same time. You guys should have met
We'll
up
go.
with us. Like, we were kind of veterans. Dude, it got canceled this year.
Oh, did it really?
It already got canceled.
Well, I guess not this year. Coming up.
2022.
Okay, 2022. We're going together. I'm just saying. This is. Oh,
I know. I am devastated. I'm crushed.
I'm so over COVID right now.
I am crushed. Like, that's not till February, and they already canceled it. They canceled it last month.
All right, I'm changing the topic because I'm going to get upset.
We got to bring some positive vibes back.
Positive vibes back. All right.
Hold on 1 second. I was writing some stuff down I need to talk about real quick.
Okay. You have talking points, huh? Okay.
Yes, I do. I was writing them down. I was doing my job over here.
Yeah.
You guys have flirted around this for a while, and we didn't get it out of you when we kind of introduced what you do, but why don't you talk a little bit about your YouTube channel, because you have not even mentioned it yet, really.
Well, honestly, that's because it is something that we're just starting to grow. Like that Whitetail Distraction podcast video, I actually filmed that with my phone off the bed of my pickup truck.
It's my favorite video on YouTube.
Dude, it is so funny because I remember sending it to you guys, just trying to like see if you guys would get a laugh or if you thought I was like, gonna start stalking you or something.
Trying to wear my skin.
But whenever I said that, you guys were like, I can't believe you just shot an arrow into a tree. I was like, it's an arrow! Like, yeah, they're not expensive, but...
Dwayne.
Dude, it was classic. I watch that video every other Tuesday. I still...
Honestly, that was something that was during my layoffs that I get every year during the winter. I was so bored. It was getting towards when it was getting nice out, and I shot my bow. I still shoot my bow pretty much every day for the most part. I try to, at least, but I was shooting my bow every single day. I had nothing else to do. I just would get out and I'd shoot like 3 dozen, turn around, do it again. A couple hours later, I was bored. So then it hit me one night. I was like, I want to do a video just to see if I can get a laugh out of these guys. And it came to me, so I just filmed it and threw it together, and yeah, that was ridiculous.
Dude, hilarious.
I thought it was pretty good.
I've been in front of a camera before, so that's why, like, I screwed up so many different times, like, talking. Even in the video that's on YouTube, like, right at the end, I'm like, yep, that's a facepalm, but whatever.
I told you, I was like, F it, dude, just send it. Like, who cares?
Oh, dude.
Just go out there and send it.
Send it.
Dude, listen. You weren't in front of a camera before, Think about how this podcast is going. We're all over the freaking place, but it's going to turn into a gem. I promise.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It'll be
good. Fridge juice flowing right now. That's the only thing I got rolling for me.
I love it.
Right.
I love it.
Listen, I want to get into your turkey kill, but I want to hear a story from Adam. He hasn't done enough talking for me. Austin has something. Hold on. Pause.
No. I was going to get to the stories eventually.
Okay.
Because we got to do it every episode. Everybody has to share their favorites.
That's what I'm getting at.
All right. Well, I'll let you do it. Go ahead.
I want to know Adam's favorite hunting story, the silent killer, the silent assassin, who's just out there slaying deer. He's got to have at least one story for us that he can get into some detail on.
Oh, favorite. I don't know. That's a hard one. There's just so many.
Come on.
It doesn't have to be about a deer. It could be about a groundhog. It could be
that booner groundhog.
Groundhog. You're gonna come out
that booner groundhog.
This summer. Okay. I think it was 2016.
Solid. Good year.
Solid.
That was a good year. I shot my first buck ever with a bow in 2016.
Okay, so did I.
Cheers. Cheers. Go on.
Had to work Saturday morning. It was the first day, and so I worked until noon like I usually do, or maybe I got off at 11. I got off at 11. Got off, went home, showered, and I was in the middle of my shower and I forgot my archery stand. So I got out of the shower, got dressed, ran to the store, got my archery stamp. So it's going on 12 o'clock. I climb into my tree stand and I'm sitting there. And of course, my parents went away for the weekend and my dad told me don't shoot a doe, only shoot a buck because I won't be there to help you. You'll have to find somebody to come help you. So I'm sitting there at 12:15. I got in, I'm all situated. Wouldn't you know it, 12:30, I'm calling my dad. Buck down. I was sitting there, I don't know why or what made it, but this buck came through chasing this doe. I grunted, stopped perfect, and just hammered him.
When does that ever happen?
Yeah. Well, I'm calling my dad. Yeah, actually, the video is on our Instagram. It's the one where the trail camera just caught it as the arrow was hitting it.
Yeah.
It was a 9-point. I called my dad. I was like, "Hey, I got a deer," and he goes, "You shot a doe?" And I go, "No, I shot a buck."
At 12:30.
Down, he helped me. My first archery buck was a 9-point. Couldn't have been more excited.
Dude, that is awesome, man.
Half an hour in the tree, and if that.
That's killer. I mean, like, that happens a lot with doe, it seems. But, like, your first buck ever? Now, did he just, like, appear on you real quick and you didn't have time to think about it, or did he slow play in?
What's that?
The buck, did he slow play in, or did you just, it happened real fast?
Hardcore coming in, like, I saw it for maybe 15 seconds, if that.
That helps.
That's the way I like it. I don't get all worked up when they just, like, show up on me.
Yeah.
Just instincts took over, and I don't even know what happened.
That's awesome,
That's
man.
the way I like it.
Heck yeah. So, Killing Machine Adam, the silent assassin, we're going to call him from here on out.
Okay, I like it.
All right. But somebody shot a turkey with their bow this year, and technically it was me, but I did not get mine. Someone else got theirs.
Listen, I think you shot, like, your whole quiver at turkey.
Yeah.
At a specific turkey, and just, like, literally didn't get any of. Nothing happened. It just like you killed a bunch of feathers.
There were so many turkey, and I didn't know that they were the dumbest turkey on this planet. Well, I walked within 8 yards of those things, and all I had to do was walk up to them and draw back and shoot them at point blank. Didn't know that.
He still missed.
Had I known I didn't need those other 2 arrows in my quiver, I would have just flung them all and walked out with a turkey.
Dude, you could have killed one with a beer bottle.
Just at it.
Dude, you know in cartoons when you see like the thought bubble come up and you can just see like the cooked turkey just spinning on a dinner plate? That was what was in my head as these deer or these turkey are feeding in circles around me, and I'm just flinging arrows all over this swamp bottom. I mean, just letting them rip. From the ground.
He's cracking up.
From the ground.
I can't help it.
I can't believe it. I'm like, why are these turkeys so stupid? I shot twice and they still kept feeding. I'm like, I'm not going to have any arrows left. I can't keep shooting at them. Like, what if I see a deer tonight? I got to keep 2 arrows at least for, maybe a buck and maybe a doe. Those are the 2 tags I have. And neither of them worked out. I should have just shot them all at the turkeys and walked away and been pissed. Third one would have been a charm.
It's like $26 a pop every time you shoot or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I blew up some blades. I ain't gonna lie to you. Anyways, let's go to positive story. Justin, you shot a turkey, man. Have you ever shot a turkey with your bow before?
And did you have a thought bubble with a turkey on a cooked plate spinning in your head when it happened?
Like just
That is
bubbling.
the worst part about this, actually. I have never shot a turkey with a bow. Actually, this spring, I shot my first bird, longbeard, with a shotgun, unfortunately.
They're made to be shot in the face with a shotgun.
Thank you. No, not unfortunately. You get a pass when you're shooting turkeys in the face.
It's the whole PA bow hunting thing. Like, I always just try to keep it bow hunting related whenever it comes to posting. And we posted it, and there's a shotgun, and you know what I'm saying.
Have you heard of the gentleman's weapon known as an air bow?
Have you heard? Never. I can't say that on air.
I'm totally joking.
I get it. You definitely you stronghold yourself when you put bow hunting in your name. But
it is my go-to. Bad day, shoot the bow. Good day, shoot the bow. Just shoot the bow. I love shooting my bow.
Yeah. I love that.
That's awesome. Did you shoot any indoor anywhere?
Dude, we're talking about turkey. Get off the indoor.
All right, sorry. I just was wondering because he's obviously a better shot than I need some tips.
Your score is actually higher than mine at the 3D shoot at Camo Cares. So no, you shoot way better than me. But I do shoot indoor. We shoot indoor winter leagues at RPM Archery. It's our local archery shop. And awesome guys down there.
See, shameless plug. I set that up.
See, there you go. Never mind.
Got you.
Shame on me.
Yep. Yeah, sit there and just drink your beer.
I guess to the turkey story, I honestly had no idea where to shoot this thing. So I was set up. I jumped in my stand. on Halloween, and that just so happens to be my girlfriend's birthday. So I was lucky enough.
Oh, dude.
Shame on her.
Listen to this. This is how good of a woman she is. I am blessed. She took my child to trick or treat on her birthday so I could go sit in a tree.
Put a ring on her finger.
Yeah, I keep hearing you say girlfriend. You should be saying
Not only
fiance.
that, I can have pet animals wherever I want in this house. That is the best part too. So,
Buy a ring.
Yeah.
Buy a ring tomorrow.
I'll give you my
Yes,
ring.
sir. I'll
Put it
tell
on
her
her
you
hand.
said that.
That is a good woman, man.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a hell of a woman. She supports it completely. That's what I love, is she supports it.
I
But
like it.
I get to go out on her birthday and sit in a tree. So I'm thinking I'm going to my last doe tag. This time, the doe are going to read the script. They're going to come right through, right before, an hour before sunset. I'm going to be ready. I'm going to punch my doe tag. My archery season is done. Well, I'm sitting there, not a whole lot happening. I heard a doe blow down in the pasture, and I'm like, yep, well, that probably just takes it for the rest of the night, because my wind was all messed up. No matter, the farm that I hunt, it is a wicked area. No matter what wind you have, it is bad. I don't know how to explain. There is no good wind there. So you just gotta hunt it and hope for the best. So, sitting there, doe blows, I'm just like, alright, whatever. If it happens, it happens. If it don't. Next thing I know, I look up at the top of the field and I see something that's dark colored, and I'm like, that wasn't there before, I don't think. So then, about 30 seconds later, a whole flock of turkey just start coming down the path that the deer walk towards my food plot. And I'm like, oh shit, what do I do? And I text Adam real quick and I'm like, turkey's in, right? And he's like, yeah, it's in, let it fly or hammer down or something like that. And I'm like, alright, here we go. So I'm like, I range where they're walking, and I figure the top of my plot's like 26.5 yards out from my stand. So I hurry up, I shoot a single pin, flick my pin to 25, and I'm just like, alright, I'm gonna hold just right around that area, I'll be fine. Well, as they make their way down, I'm thinking this whole time, that Adam's told me a million times, it is so hard to shoot a turkey with a bow without a blind or something. So in the tree, I'm like, I stand out like a sore thumb to these things probably, and I'm trying to move a camera and grab my bow and all this shit right now just to try and kill one of these. They're definitely going to see me. As they're making their way down, I get it all together, and I'm like, alright, camera set. I just need one to stop and wait long enough. As it comes in, I pick one, and I draw back, and as I draw back, I'm like, where the hell am I supposed to shoot a turkey at? No idea. I'm like, I know from indoor 3D leagues and outdoor 3D leagues where you're supposed to shoot them roughly, but I'm like, is this really where you're supposed to shoot them?
Yeah.
Aim
With that,
right at the duodenum.
I was gonna say, problem with that is a lot of them are front facing. You know, that's the problem with the turkey 3D shoots. A lot of them are they're facing right at you,
and it's a strutter Tom, and he just what's up?
Yeah, you shoot him,
They're
cut his beard
never
off.
like how these birds were. They were in a sense quartering towards me, and I'm like, what do I do here? I'm just sitting at full draw, what do I do? So I just hold center mass. I'm like, worst case scenario, I just clip it and it flies away, whatever. I let it fly, and it jumps, lands, and I'm trying to grab another arrow out because I'm like, this thing's still moving. Shouldn't it be stuck to the ground?
Shouldn't it be stuck to the ground? Yeah, best idea ever.
Yeah, so I'm trying to mess with grabbing my arrow out of my quiver, which I don't shoot on my bow. I hang it on my bow hanger.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'm like, as soon as I turn back around from looking at my quiver, I'm like, I see birds moving back up away from me towards the top of the field. I'm like, oh shit, which one did I hit? They're all hens. I have no idea. So I'm like,
oh no.
So I just don't do anything. I just hang my bow back up, and I'm like, okay. And I think I sent you a text, Adam, didn't I?
said shot one or something.
Yeah. So he's like, no way. So I play it back on my camera and I show him and I was like, yeah, I shot one. Well, as I'm playing it, like on my video camera, down in front of me, I hear clack, 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 just feathers hitting weeds. And I'm like, oh, no shit, you're right there. Like, I got it, you're done. Like 6:20, I'm out of my stand. It's all packed up. I have the bird and I send a picture to Adam with it over top my bow. And I'm like, I just shot a turkey with my bow. Like, what am I supposed to do now?
What a year.
What a year, man.
It's been a hell of a year. I have a horseshoe up my ass or something. I'm telling you what, because I've never been this blessed to have such a year, to have so many encounters and punch tags like I have, honestly.
Yeah, I could use you up in the tree with me at some point for real. Get a little bit of that luck on my side. Oh, by the way, I wanted to touch on something too with that food plot. With the wind always being bad, I would suggest maybe looking into a spot where you can put a ground blind. You know what I mean?
That wouldn't be a bad idea, because there is, with all them weeds, the way they come up,
Yeah.
you could totally tuck one in. The thing is, the farmer, I can't even call him a farmer. He doesn't farm anymore. The property owner of the farm, he's thinking about letting the neighbor who farms his own property start putting crops on his. So I'm at the point where I don't know whether to just hope for the best that it's going to work out in my favor, or since he's not, he's just a meager man, and I'm not trying to take away from him or anything, but offer him to pay for whatever he would get for leasing that back field that I hunt to the farmer who actually would want to farm it, if I could pay for it, so then I could just have it to basically do whatever I want with, for the most part.
Sure. Yeah.
That is a tough call to make, man.
It is, because you're already going to dump some money into making it how you want to make it with the food plot and doing all the work there. So that's tough, but at the same sense too, to have something a little bit different with a food plot where you maybe could put mineral out or different things for different time of the year, compared to just having a cornfield or another bean field that, might surround all around you. You might be surrounded with corn and beans. You kind of don't have that something special anymore, So that's a tough call. I think your best bet is to find out and just parcel out that little piece of property with the farmer, because once he gives the rights over to the other guy, and if you want to do the same thing with him, you're probably going to pay a bigger penny because he's going to have a return on that part of the property. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea, honestly. I never even thought about it like that.
Yeah, so get with the landowner before the other guy does, and kind of offer him, just tell him that you're interested in just keeping that back portion and doing some stuff with it, and see if he would put a price on it. It might be better off to beat the other guy to the punch on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
We are getting close on time.
Okay.
I have an in with the farmer. Unfortunately, he's uncle to one of my exes. That's how I actually got access to family. So, like I said, whenever I knocked on his door, he knew exactly what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he knows, because I've always respected it. I've picked up trash off the property. I've done everything I can to respect his chunk of ground. It's not mine. He's letting me be on it, and that is, in itself, I should be so grateful, and I am so grateful for that, because it is, like I said, I have one person that I have competition with besides the neighbors. The neighbors do hunt, but I don't know what. I don't know if they're big-time archery hunters, big-time rifle hunters. I have no idea. Yeah. I just know they have all the food. So the fact that my only competition is some old man that just wants to go out and take his muzzleloader or inline muzzleloader out for a walk in the woods to try and put down a doe, I am fine with that. And that's why I am trying to hang on to this property for whatever I can. Not only is it special, I shot my first buck off there, and I've learned it over time of how the deer move through there, but it is just, it's almost the perfect piece if you put food plots. Like, there's bedding, so they just come out, and that is their staging area. They feel safe back there. Whenever I tilled my food plot, I actually drove my truck in there, knocked deer out of the field, like out of the cuts. And whenever I was unloading the rototiller to till the plot, I had 3 deer come right back out and start feeding down the line.
Yeah.
They have no care in the world because it's a truck. No truck has ever came through that field and killed one of them deer. So
Not until 2021.
Ooh.
Truck blind. Yes.
oh,
Get out of here.
I'm telling you now. Pull it off in the weeds. Put a blind in the back of the truck. There you go.
Just
Like-
fucking crazy.
No, I do believe you need to get with him and talk to him. Just sit down and talk to him, and you know, you might get away with, you might come out of the whole thing without even paying a penny to him. You know, just by simply selling the point. Like, listen, what I'm doing back there now, especially if he's a hunter and he likes to enjoy wildlife on his property, you can sell him on the fact that, hey, what I'm doing now is increasing the number of deer and the deer traffic on your property, and you know, it's making a healthier deer herd as well. You know, tell them, if you throw just beans or corn on there, as a regular farmer usually does, they pick that stuff in October, maybe early November, and those deer have nothing for the rest of the year. They have nothing to go off. They have nothing different that would draw them into his property than to keep them, you know, from going to the neighbors and going to the next cornfield over. So I don't know. I mean, that could be an edge that you can play with that guy.
how I always look at it, worst they can say is no.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
You walk away with a no and you say, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. And making it to a point where you're not like forcing on him or telling him what he can do with his own land. Make it his idea. You know what I mean? Like convince him that
I have, where I've done anything, I have asked because, like I said, it's not my property.
Yep.
It's his.
Yep.
And like I said, whenever I cut those paths through there, that's what he even said. He was happy that I did that because he likes taking his pickup truck and driving back through the fields and just seeing if he can see deer or anything back there. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
It was a win-win for both of us in a sense.
That's exactly where I'm going with that. If you make it as if you're doing something for him, which you are, in a sense, then he may just let you continue to do what you're doing and allow the, you know, farmer to do something on a different part of his property. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, without seeing it, that's just my guess.
I'm with you, man.
Yeah. So anyways, boys, we are getting there on time. It's been a fun night. We finally got into our groove, and then we have to end it.
That just means round 2 eventually.
Yes.
Oh, definitely. We got to get in person together. We got to crack some cold ones and bullshit for sure.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, after Thursday when Adam puts down a nice buck, I mean,
Yeah.
it's going to happen.
It's a good point.
Oh, yeah. We got to, I was going to say, you're going to have another re-up to hear Adam's story because, yeah, like, he is silent. I'm telling you, the kid speaks with his actions. He just puts down deer. I can't help it. I can't keep up.
In person's so much more fun, though, man. I'll feed him some beers. He'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll be
I'm
good.
sure he will. He'll be getting chat.
Oh, man.
Well, I want to thank you guys for coming on. I also want you to go ahead and shout out where anybody can find you on all the socials. I guess that's where you were going with that,
That's
right,
where I
Austin?
was going,
Yeah.
man.
Sorry, bud.
It's all good.
I don't even know.
Where can they find you? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube,
Oh,
all the fun places.
our Facebook's just PA Bowhunting. Facebook.com/PA Bowhunting. Like I said, Facebook's dying, unfortunately. You don't get the growth and it doesn't seem to get the reach like it used to, so people don't really seem to see it. But our main thing is Instagram. It's PA_bow_hunting. Follow us on there, and our Instagram's just PA Bowhunting. Whatever you want to do, follow. Check us out.
I like it.
There you go.
I like it.
There it is. Well, boys, again, appreciate you coming on. I hope you had some fun, and I know we did. I really enjoyed this episode with you guys.
Oh, Sam, I had a blast. How about you, Adam?
Oh, it was awesome.
It was good to catch up since we haven't really spoken since the shoot.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, bud. We got to stay in touch. Both you guys, Austin and Charles. We got to keep in touch, boys.
Oh, yeah, I got your number. It'll be good.
Yeah, Austin's still too good for us all, don't.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
We will, man. We will, for sure. Absolutely. And everybody go out and check out their pages. PA Bowhunting, they've been around forever. Check out their YouTube. There's a lot of new stuff coming on. So get on there and check them out. Subscribe. hit the like buttons, all those good things.
We'll put that in the outro.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Anyways, we're done.